Hello everyone, and so doing a little special stream today. After watching the trailer for, sorry, I'm on my headset, for Cyberpunk 2024 a few weeks ago, I decided to, I'm craving some Cyberpunk stuff. So, since missions for Super Robot Wars V tend to take about a couple hours or so to play, I'm going to be playing some during the Wednesday streams. I'll be playing some Shadowrun Returns. This should be a little tighter, and this isn't be a dedicated Let's Play that's structured quite the same way as the Let's Play as what I'll be doing for Super Robot Wars V. Alright, just a moment. I'm going to finish getting this together. Alright. Time to get started. A new game, we'll be doing Dead Man's Switch. The initial campaign, we'll move on to, depending on how this goes, moving on to Dragonfall and Hong Kong. We're going to stick to normal. And if it gets really obnoxious, I'll drop the difficulty down a bit. Male character. Human. Debating using physical adept. Check something. Take a quick look at before I play for Shadowrun Returns. Right. No major warnings against using but physical adept putting on any sort of dead end. So let's see, male. I'm not cybered. Kind of like that look with the goggles. That's kind of nice look. That works. Stats are mostly melee. I'm kind of going to do physical adept as like John Woo. Character. Gonna kind of try and get my matrix on. One more point to spend. Alright. Put the last point. Open the biotech. Because I like CMA HP and also I like the hit point bonus there. Alright, etiquettes go. Shadowrunner and Corporate are the ones that are probably most likely to come up for this plot, so let's do Let's do a let's start with corporate. Oh, Shadowrun. Pick another one later. And well, I mean, admittedly, my handle is taken from a Decker. Yeah. Let's stick with it though. All right. Jack of all trades is a master of none, but better than a master of one. You forget the other half of that saying. All right. And I got a cat on my shoulder, as you can no doubt see in the video. State of the art in 2050, broken since 2051. The end of the week. There's the interface stuff. My contacts. Dead. No response messages. Dead. Missing. Dead. Drunk somewhere. Dead. Retired or dead. Boy, we are like in the usual situation of your PI. Not so much with the big payday. Yeah. So my buddies bought it. And flashback on our tutorial. New Larry. As opposed to old Larry? I probably should have been reading the dialogue here, sorry. You were sloppy. Sloppy. You think I was sloppy? You've been twitching all day, son. Look at your hands. They're shaking. Check if you're drinking. On a run? No, not a drop. Not today, not ever. We were set up, and he knows it. Don't you, Larry? What was that call you made before we get back when hitting Renraku? How come you couldn't geek that die before you unloaded on Dowd? I see you fling a lightning bolt, son. He should have been burnt toast before his gun cleared the holster. Larry checks his watch, licks his lips, looks over your shoulder at the darkness. He's looking for someone, and it's not the fixer. Okay. I can see where this is going. You chummers are damaged. I'm out. Keep us here long enough, Larry? Looks that way. Sorry, Count Zero. I kind of like you. I just like money better. We got incoming! My Renraku friends are finally here. They're gonna take that hard drive off your corpse, buddy. We should choose our friends more carefully, Count Zero. Buy you a drink. You'll owe me several. And here's how we handle combat. XCOM style. Ooh, that's a bad start. Okay. Alright, so I got a machete. Got a gun. Got my fists. Machete does a little bit more damage. There's Sam. Alright, there's no way to rotate the camera. That's a bit of a nuisance. So they got cover there. Don't need you frying me, Larry. Alright, that's some healing, which we needed really bad. I'm kind of in the open, sort of. I have a little bit of cover on him. There is not in good shape. This also puts me in a good flanking position than everybody else. And I missed a stab. They're mostly down. And there's Larry. Alright, as for you, return to aim shot. And that's the second Ruraku goon. And 94% hit chance there. So it looks like my guys, the orc, because they're big and an orc, they're kind of... Alright, so that's not much good there. Good shot. And we got enemies coming from the other side, so I'm going to move you this way. Give me a little... 66, 70, 44... I'm sticking out like a sore thumb here. And that's not actually cover. Ah, that works. There we go. Half cover, half cover. No chance of hitting from here. It's a double move. Alright, 2 turns before that recharges. You know, let's make it a double move and get up close. Alright. You know, you're all bunched together, so sure. Got him. And reload. Looks like ammunition capacity is less of a thing, I think. We're both wounded, so let's give us both a buff. And that's you down. Oh, and 2 more goons just showed up. Oh, they got 2 spells, a shaman and a mage. That's not good. I really don't want to get flanked by you. Alright, another turn till I can heal up. Get more AP. Haste you. Am I gonna die here? More damage to my gun. Bunch of demon to death. The heals 2 of us back up again. And you missed me. Good. Alright, just give me a good flanking position. A ley lines, I can't see ley lines, but that's okay. Got him. You okay, Sam? Sam's breathing is heavy and he looks shaken. That was a hell of a thing. You look so good, Sam. You were born for this gig, Count Zero. Me, not so much. I'm hanging up. Find a nice brothel somewhere. Stay drunk till I croak. What about you? I'm gonna skip town for a bit. Check to make sure my Twitch dashboard is set up properly. Just checking something. Comlink. Check out the memory. Focus. Had your back that night, didn't I? Now I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would give a rat's ass? For better or worse, your name is the top of the list. Maybe it's the only name on the list. That's it correctly. So I set up a dead man switch to send you this call. Got 100,000 new yen insurance policy, payable when you find who creased me. Alive with a conviction or in a body bag with justification. Either works. Contact my law firm, Rogers, Mengert, and McCain. When the job is done, they'll know what to do. Turns to the left. Chet. The camera swiveled to show a well-dressed man sitting next to Sam. Pursuant to Mr. Watt's wishes, Rogers, Mengert, and McCain is consulted to secure direct phone lines. You may contact us directly when the task is complete. You will then begin the verification process. Note that you must be on a secure landline to access this number. You will not accept transmissions from comlinks or other devices. Camera swivels back to Sam. Look, Count Zero. I led a direct life, and I probably left a direct corpse. I hurt my people, hurt myself. I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I stuck there for a while. What do you say? Well, so my schedule's pretty clear right now. Hope you just said yes. I appreciate the fact that the licenses, that the options here are various varieties of yes, but the yes determines your motivation. Got a low cheddar chip slapped in my head these days. When my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you'll find me. See you on the slab. Well, Requiem and Parking. Anyway, part of the reason why I'm doing this, have been doing this, the Super Robot Wars V streams lately while we're waiting for the loading to finish, is the closet. My closet in my bedroom office is the shelf on there. Long story short, collapsed. I was fortunately not in the room at the time, but it consequently on weekends, particularly Sundays, that's the time where it's available for generally for working on getting the shelf repaired and replaced so that I can move my stuff back in, which is also normally the time when I'd be doing the stream. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, your plane hit the tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped backseat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of the Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders, a legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for new yen, this is the place to sell an arm for a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing the Barrens has to a morgue. It seems this is where Sam Watt's body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. I should mention, by the way, I backed the Kickstarter for this game. I'm in the back! The smell of death and decomposition washed over you. Only mask, so the tight mask with the minty, fake fresh of industrial grade antiseptic. Second? Okay. This is your gear. We're gonna save. Quick save here. Quest information here, what your mission items are. Haven't leveled up yet. And very basic stuff. HUD, controls, glossary, useful terminology from Shadowrun. And hotspots are generally pretty well marked. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job, a little more than you'd want to expect from someone in the chop shop trade." As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a straight reflection of chrome and surgical tools. "Sorry, didn't expect any visitors this hour. And some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir?" "You coroner?" "I'm John Dresden, Organ Driner's brand manager here, so yeah, that makes me the franchise area's coroner, too. And you are?" "Hey, my name." "And what makes you think I know," his grin fades. "What makes you think I know anything about that?" "Sam had a locator chip. I followed it here." "I see. Well, you're right, he's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet, what with it being all the way out here in the Barrens." Why would the press care? So who told you he was dead? Not gonna tell him about the cash. Dwarf raises his eyebrows. Right, we'll tell him about the dead man switch, though. Dwarf raises his eyebrows, smile wiping the fascination from his face. Dead man switch, eh? Fascinating. Worked on him earlier. He's over there. Curtain to unlock the area. My second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Probably not referencing the Dream Shipper scenario. Yeah, comment about the the habit of the press for grabbing Ripper monikers for serial killers. He's not my title. It's what the serial press insists on calling the killer. All I know is, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel, but this one's even more twisted. He or she always removed an internal organ from the victim. Take. Watt's liver was clearly cut out. Whiz is colloquialism for neat, so like I'm assuming this is with a sense of sarcasm. What else? The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had the spleen removed. Dresden, get out here. I'm here about the new Ripper Vic, Sam Watts. Basic med kit while you're not busy chatting. Sam's body is half covered by a sterile surgical sheet, his face an ashen white, for the first time without a smirk on it. Below the chest, there's a small pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It seemed the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him and took it. Quickly investigate the body. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing evidence found in his body. You can examine the evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Alright, business card first. Card from a place called the Seamstresses Union. Something handwritten in the back, but blood has made it illegible. Handwritten note. Sam, I feel terrible that we have been long to say I'm sorry. See you there. Love, Jessica. So, you got a girlfriend. Well, they're kind of estranged. Purple shirt. Sam's shirt, so the buttons are missing and the blood is certainly soaked in it. The bag sloshes the spit into your hand. Yeah. Cred stick. Standard, cheap, unsecured cred stick. Now you know what's on it without slotting it. Pocket this. This might be useful. This might be useful for me. Oh. 300 new yen. Down payment for services rendered. Towering over the domain of Quarter is a homicide detective straight out of central casting. If you ignore the tusk, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his teeth aftershave from a mile away. So, he's right out of central casting for Shadowrun. Looks like an orc. So there's new Ripper Vic. Watts. Name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? So you insisted at the time. Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden. You can give me something to work with here. This Ripper Cates is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge. You're a charmer when you're super trustworthy, considering you're willing to insist on murder or on suicide when the case was likely murder. I post everything I know. The killer stuns a target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed, with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. Has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy, too. So, I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon? Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. You're no damn help, dwarf. The Lone Star Detective finally notices you. You note his superhuman powers of observation. Who the hell are you? Maybe he'll be willing to cooperate at least a little bit if I try to say that we have a common goal. Nah, it'd be a hard-boiled PI. Hard-boiled Kung Fu PI. If you're new in town, then let me be the first to tell you I run the show. You get in my way, you'll end up back here on a slab. Good to know. Doesn't get me more. I am putting someone in the cell in our box this week and claiming my promotion. Wonderful. Do you always make friends that easily? You see me at parties. Be straight with me. You really gonna work for the dead man? I'm going to keep the paycheck part of the down low and focus on this being me doing this to help a friend. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if he met another 10 new yen a week in his paycheck. Plus he's on the take. You have honor, after a fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help you? That's a good question. Who's paying him? I don't know. Someone with major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. Alright, well, the mom. Bishop reported she committed suicide about a year ago. And you didn't buy that. Ma'am's report by my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say it wasn't suicide, and there were some unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. Diablos, question again? Doctors still learn to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the slimier chop stops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Organs? Praise. Whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of new yen, but individual organs? Not worth as much anymore with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days. Organ grinders only deals in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky, though, and they don't care where the bodies come from either. And the Seamstress Union? It's a nearby club at the Barrens that attracts the lowlifes. You'd probably like it. Me, I'm not the going out type. Always too much to be done around here. Plus, the dead are easier to get along with. And get the location for the death. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful. Okay. Aha. Cold storage locker set to John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. Say hello to Jake Armitage, ladies and gentlemen. The cold storage locker reveals the fully closed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Whoa, easy there. Jake Armitage, protagonist of Shadowrun for the Super Nintendo. In one move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You put a spot of data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. I told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? It doesn't feel like 6 yet. You were sleeping in a freezer. Freezer for dead people. Don't tell me you haven't considered it cheaper than a coffin motel. The service is just as good. I hate to see what about the coffin hotels around here are. Chuckles. Oh, so much for good night's sleep. On the plus side, you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, what's your story? I'll just be straight. Sam, eh? Glad someone cares. We used to drink together every now and then, over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something or other, though. Hey, John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level. Working for Sam, believe it or not. Some kind of dead man switch. Thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. Alright then, name's Jake, and you are... Nice to meet you, I'm Count Zero. Well-mannered too, such a rare thing in this city. Well, looks like you're taking a dive in the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. Same the other night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging out at the Seamstress Union that night, tripped out and rowdy. I've been laying low over there for a few days after a bad run. Miss Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. I maybe need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. And what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat cork bounty on my head. And like I said, my last dive didn't go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could make a quick profit off my head. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw of him. Until he turned up here, down on arrival. I'm doing my last day in this place. Long story. I end up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Yeah, Jake is a regular. Should have started a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits, you get a free night stay. I'll hold you to that, John. When they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union, missing liver and all. Tell you what, you could looks like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. Leader's got the whole gang searching the Barrens for me. Need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night. Trust me. And maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. What do you say? Sure thing. Although Halloweeners have got a grudge on Renraku, so yeah, we maybe have some little things in common. I've been hiding out here since it run in with those Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangers, but the stretch of the Barrens is their turf. I'm surprised you made it this morgue in one piece without packing some heat. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep with a dumpster tomorrow. Need a weapon? I got my fists and I got my machete. Give me a pistol. My weapon choice as well. Here, take this one. Sorry for an evening out in the town. Buying. Alright. What's in the cabinet? Basic trauma kit. Basic med kit. Alright, let's look at my inventory. Alright, a gun. Alright, so med kits, healing items, trauma kit, restores your basically it's a resurrection item effectively. Alright, save the game again. Not much more to chat about, it looks like, so let's go. Yep. Running the Seattle Sprawl, and sooner or later you find yourself in the Urban Barrens. Doesn't matter your business, the Barrens doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog-eat-dog slum, add a dash of tourist trap, and you've got a recipe for mean as hell. Leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde of organ grinders behind, entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets. Jake stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite, and who knows what else. He exhales with expression of wide contentment. The stench and grime tell him he's home. Shadowrunners don't hang out in the nice parts of town. There's alley. Let's start here. Hey! Motorcycle's a reference to, we have Akira reference with the motorcycle up front. for a date. Elves are my favorite. Hotspot over here. Aha! Jake's stash. And an ambush. Time for the loot, bozos. Well, if you insist. %70% crit chance. Look at the Barrens. There's a new spot to hide my gear. Good jobs are hard to keep. Unless they were too dumb to break my mag lock. I got some gear. Let's go deal with those Halloweeners. And look at my gear. Oh, and I got some grenades. Okay. Jake has some spells. He also has, indeed, a little bit of cyberware, which normally you don't do. Let's look at karma I can spend. So 2 gets me additional weapon slot. So just a second. So it's like for a gun, and this thought will be a rifle, will be a pistol or something. Maybe an SMG. Sheet casting. We got one more additional well spellbook slot. Alright, let's actually... I do want to pop see how much hit points I have available. Let's... Actually, let's do... There we go. Ooh, someone to chat with. Worried man. Man, we're here as well, man, but nervous. Excuse me, sir. I don't know you, but you look like you can handle yourself in the fight, and we need some help. Well, what's up? Looks like on the market we've set up here. It's getting worse lately. I don't think we can afford to pay them anymore, but no one will stand up to them, and Lone Star isn't about to get involved. How many? How much? 2 of them right now. I can talk about the price, but Mrs. James will worry you fairly. Our guys is indeed pretty patient. Coming north into the street. And who are you, Sarah? I want to go that way. What's going on? Halloweeners to trouble again. Market, marching them down the street all day, shaking down on past. Oh, the guys we're after. Anything else I should know? Well, we need to build a trail named Jean Paul. Piece of work. It's him. Alright. Okay, so let's head up towards the market. so... Oh, wait, one thing I want to check. Alright, so... I think the market we're looking for is to save my game here. Commerce like a weed, taking root in all the cracks and crevices of the world wherever it can. The small street markets flourish here amid the crumbling buildings of the ruined barrens. Hello, jackass. Did not take gang etiquette. I never heard that before. I don't see a badge. Why don't you mind your own? Need to level up my strength. 3 of them. Okay. And let you taken care of. And punch him to death. Extra karma. I can't thank you enough. I hate to see such bloodshed. Those men wouldn't take no for an answer. We still want to make our way in the world. Please, the least we can do. I'll take the money. Save up again. Alright. And there's one more karma point. I'm going to put a point into pistol. Alright, everything else I want to put points into would probably reverse. Second point of stats. Karma. Maybe not SMG. Stick with pistol, so yeah, we're fine. Here's the gangers hanging out. Hey, asswipe, stand a step forward and we're going to plant you right there. This is Halloweener property now. So we got away. You're rolling with Jake? Bad idea, chummer. The Shadowrun Halloweeners are collecting that bounty, and killing you, well, that'll be a nice bonus. Okay. Hands to myself and move behind cover. Are you summoning something? Oh, you're buffing your buddy. And that has no cover whatsoever. Oof. Alright. Heal myself. I refuse, like, the ambient sirens there, like, we would not be getting that much traffic. Okay, so you could make up your mind, which is fine. I can live with that. Ah, that was bad. I should have rewound that turn. The game doesn't give her a turn rewind option. Alright, my buff is no longer active, and if we turn to use it again. Still more hit points than I'm currently using now. Oh, you can just punch me. Oh, only punch me for 2. Okay. Oh, hey, where the hell did you come from? And heal me, please. Got him. Whoa, Uncle's playing with you. Call off the rest of the Halloweeners, Jake. Call it even, yeah? Oh, that's on you, Jake. I'm already shooting on sight to these guys. Killing John Paul means one less wiener to shoot me in the back while I'm buying smokes. Hell, they'll probably be doing the same to you as soon as there's a profit in it. On the one hand, letting him walk builds my rep a little bit. But then again, like, because then when the wieners know I did it. But on the other hand, they would have locals who saw me off these guys. Yeah. Yes, oh Drek, you should have really thought about this. All right. I might have got some extra karma there. If I didn't kill him, but eh. Damn the donut man. Smell of fried food, powdered sugar, and slightly burned soy calf is almost enough to overpower the dusty stewage scents of Redmond streets. So apparently Redmond smells like San Francisco. The troll working the stand is covered in food stains older than he is. What can I get you, chummer? Buy food. Ask me anything. Nope. Was closed when it happened. Asking the locals. Ask. Probably shouldn't be out here. Touristville, though. It's the closest thing we have to respectable. If you're mining, the mining survive drinking the water. Wouldn't recommend it. So night, goes back tomorrow. Explosions behind the Union. Guys, this guy comes out on the street, looks at him. It's all the lights in the city. Right for that. That is a fair assessment. I'm not going to judge her for that, for not running after the situation. And I got donuts and coffee with which to bribe the cop. Ah, drugs. Yes, you can do drugs here. Kamikaze boosts body strength and willpower for 5 rounds. Nitro. Boosts your strength and willpower, but drops your charisma and intelligence. I'm gonna hold off on that for later. If we want to deal with that. 1 minute. Lone Star's mode on clicked on the corp issued bounty, and the one in my head isn't going away anytime soon. Paths diverge. Here's my cash. Then pop in the Seamstresses Union. Got a referral there from Jake with them. All right. All right. You number my ass. Sorry. I should have been reading some of the last dialogue. Wait, what do you think I'm sinless? Ah, just messing with you. Of course I'm sinless. System ID number my ass. What kind of question you got? The alley. The days out up the street merchants are panhandling tourists over near the street union. Did the murderer? Nope. Can't say I'm sorry I missed it. I was hauling crates from Mrs. James up at the market. Can't carry them as I used to, so it took a while. Got back here this time to see a couple of tourists puking all over my home turf. Then the jerk faced the uniform and already set up shop in my alley. Something else? Well, early night I saw a big and ugly troll in green hospital straps snooping around the block. He bought it some donuts and 2 cups of koi calf off a Dan over there. Seemed nervous. And everything was left-handed because the right was all screwed up with some cyberware. Anything else? It was big and it must have had some hospital attachments because I saw some needles. It was all like the one I saw in 44 and I got captured by some elves. That's by elves. They had all sorts of experiments on me, let me tell you. Never trust one of them cyber people. I'm assuming there's a present company accepted on there. He's not saying anything overtly racist about elves, so. Alright. got. Coat and blanket. Blanket. Bar tab. Union. So Sam's bar tab from the bar. Help the nice man. On the test. These glasses on the test tube. Work light is new, although normal light's been ruined. Some of them imploded, like sort of force shattered them all at the same time. Power bolt spell. Power bolt does physical damage in Shadowrun. The power bolt spell does physical damage as opposed to astral damage, which drains your which is Shadowrun uses 2 damage tracks. The tabletop game, one for physical damage, one for spiritual damage. Spiritual damage can knock you. Your spiritual damage track is filled. You're knocked out. If your physical damage track is knocked out, you're dead unless the person doing so explicitly states it's subdual or something similar. And then for the attack spells, there are like 3 big ones. There's Firebolt, which is, you use a Firebolt to fireball explosive thing with fire. Though later editions can let you fiddle around with your elemental effects. Mana Bolt, which is just spiritual damage, and then Power Bolt, which is stuff blows up. Alright, let's see, I got everything. I missed blankets. I'm not a bad person. 5 karma. Nice. I can work with this. Alright. Oops. What? You know what? Boop, throw them up because I got grenades. It's the best place to party. Boy, hiccuping as shorthand for being drunk. That is something you don't normally see often. Alright, so save my game here. Actually, let's enter in the Seamstress Union first, and then get this loading screen, and get any early dialogue from there, and probably wrap it up. Match healing can only heal the most recent move the character has received. Good to know. North of the Heart of the Barrens, tourist villas, and neon-clothed oasis. At its heart is the Seamstresses Union, housed in an old brownstone building on the corner of illegal and opportunity. Bums huddle together, gangers strut the streets, and the occasional Cyberpunk comes slumming. The Union building has been retrofitted, rebuilt, and restored so many times like an aging starlet wearing too much makeup in an attempt to stay young. The wild ivy growing out of the gutters adds this effect. As you enter, a murmur of hushed conversation washes over you. The dive bar attendants raise their head, take your measure, and then go back to their business. This kind of place where everyone knows your name, but keeps themselves. Gain 2 karma. And my next big level up, I want to spend my points on the boost. I can boost my ranged combat, so I can level up my guns more. And actually, the next one I do is quickness. Let's do some little dialogue chatting here. Except the dirty and clean glass, I like that. Alright, let's try to get attention. You have to listen to me. If you stick around here, get dead or worse. The Ripper's out there and it's real. The last killing happened just down the block. Now Coyote's missing. They'll probably find her tomorrow in a dumpster without her head. Come on, Cherry Bomb, think! Like plenty, Shane. I've got a PH frickin' D from UW in neuroprosthetics, studying under Ojimans. How am I paying for it? Bartending. Tips. There are faster ways to, and for a Baron's girl or other kind of scratch, but I'm not taking them. So what do you want from me? I want what you want, a better life, a better world for everyone. The Universal Brotherhood can give you that. And if you're familiar with the Shadowrun universe, it's the UB is uh-oh. Heard all this before. Let's get back together. Things are different now. I'm different now. The Brotherhood. Let me tell you about Scientology. Cherry Bomb's pretty face is hard, armored in lipstick and low expectations. The Universal Brotherhood is for other people, Shane. Rich Bellevue types who can afford the membership fees and voluntary donations. It's about money. It's about binding the world together in brotherhood. Come with me. Attend a discovery meeting. Get to the core of who you are. I heard Lynn Telestrian give a talk last night called The New Family of the Sixth World. I got found out here, Shane, for drunks and lowlifes and whores, and I choose them over any of your Brotherhood members. Now buzz. I'm gonna get back to work. With body language leaving no question the conversation is over, Cherry Bomb turns her back on him. Oh, he's gonna buzz. Sorry, I got interrupted. Boy found religion? Something like that. Let's say not just here for the entertainment. You got you a badge? Nope. Didn't think so. You look like a runner to me. Your trainer spot a bronze the minute they walk in here. Something I can help you with? I have a few little questions. Ask about Sam. Sam was a weird customer and a regular pain in the ass. Big game, always broke. Pocket went straight to his head. The chips, drugs, or booze. Get a shift. No, she's asking about Cody. She's away on business. Shaman? No, she shot a coyote once. It was Shaman who double-crossed her. Calling her coyote ever since. A couple days though. Smooth regarded by know her. Cody can take care of herself. Who is that bloke? Shane, old boyfriend, used to work here, then joined the UB. We'll talk to the owner. Mrs. Kabatis in the back room. You can't miss her. Get my together? Yes, we do. Alright. Finally get a viewer, and it's close enough to the end of the stream that I'm hitting that. Alright, let's do another 30 minutes or so. I'll talk to Eric. Hey, there's Joe's trying to load. You want first dibs? See what you got. And their costumes. Costumes have armor effects, and I can actually afford to buy some of them now. So, armor bonus and usually stat bonus. Secure ninja clothing. That boosts my armor and dodge +1. Alley Punk. One step of the Shrink Ganger. That costume is actually the sort of Shadowrun Returns Dead Man Switch campaign mascot costume. Tourist look. Just toss it on and head out. Perfect for working in the shop. Oh, it's got a big ugly Hawaiian shirt. Well, I'm a private detective. This is a private detective case. Let's just go full Magnum. There we go. +3 armor boost and an intelligence boost. And redoing the model. Nerps! The common staple from Shadowrun Return, from the classic Shadowrun source books. Jin Parks. Experienced dealer, Rathan companion, jack on her neck, gun on her hip, chip on her shoulder. Firepower. Actually, yes. I like. So, I have to go cut the best handgun you got. I'm not proficient in these ones yet. Let's pick a machete. Mr. Clue! Aha! This is the part where, like, when I learned that Chris Clue, the I'm probably mispronouncing his name, kicker, was a Shadowrun Returns backer. Like, I wonder if he, like, when I heard about, like, I wonder if he backed at the get yourself in the game level, and yes, he did. There's a fair amount of dialogue here too. He basically he's a not insignificant NPC in the game. Yourself. You know, I'm a hard-boiled PI with who knows kung fu, so yeah. So it's bearing too. Place to put a wall. Business here. Friend of Sam Watts. Oh, yeah, Sam, him part of the family. Sam was. Courage to call it a night, I'd say. Junk usually wasn't the violent one. Died. Number 10. Civics main over a woman. Show him out, but then to deal with a couple of rival go-gangers posturing for one of the work girls upstairs. Jacob, Sam instead. Thank you very much. No problem. Really useful informant. Actually, here we go. This is the club. There was a there was a similar setup. So the history of the Seamstresses Union. Fun fact: the actual build. This is actually based on a real building in Seattle, which was a brothel, which passed itself off as being the Seamstresses Union halls for all the women there. Clean. I named Johnny Clean. You knew? Yep. He'd be the janitor, I assume. The noob. Interesting. Okay. Talismonger. Okay. Cheat casting. I'm not high enough level to use 2 spells yet. Buy them so I can cast them when I level up my skills enough. And with a similar building, the similar setup in Portland, my area. Currently, the former Seamstresses Union in Portland is currently a pizza place. There's Miss Kabata. Konbawa. Good evening. Appreciate the mixed having one of your major plot NPCs here be a mixed race person, and not a mixed. Not just mixed race, but also mixed race, both non-white, which is also interesting. All right. I forget if Bull is in this campaign. Speaking of the notification. Oh, but aren't you the pretty elf? Aren't you joining the Seamstresses Union? Be plenty for a man like you to enjoy. Or is this business? It's business. I looked much when you walked in, oh May. What business do you have with me? Info. Of course you are. Knowledge is power, nay? So I've been told. So, Ka, how should I help you? Poor thing with Shadowrun, because Shadowrun is very much part of the 80s, 90s cyberpunk scene. Street slang and Shadowrun is very much a mix of Japanese and English, as opposed to, for example, like street speak in Blade Runner, which is Japanese, Russian, and English, leaning more towards the Russian half in Blade Runner 2040. And I forget if the streak pans out in Cyberpunk 2020. I haven't played or read enough of that game. I'm working for Sam. Ah, so you are the insurance policy he would go about when he was drunk. His avenging angel who would strike back for him from beyond the grave. What do you want to know? Oh. Sam and I was death. He was here quite inebriated. Cody was working at the bar. Sam wearing deliveries for customers. When I requested leave, he refused. Clue was doing... Yeah, that's the part we all know. Oh, we know Sam. We all knew him. I knew him. We all did. Sam was regular. Whenever he could beg or borrow enough money and become altered in some way. I was just bent. With his lifeline, we treated him like part of the family, even if none of us truly liked him, except Coyote. He's the obnoxious uncle who always shows up at the family reunions. Not necessarily creepy uncle, just the obnoxious one. Super Union. Aha. And again, this got into this bit here for why they're called the seamstresses. Seamstress. So once I build up enough rep, I can learn more about his background and finally where to find Coyote. Not been seen in 2 days. Smart woman and dangerous, but I fear for her. All right. Please, if you are, think you are, that you know. There's always someone more. This is true. Always a bigger fish. Upstairs, looking for her. Damage it. Discover her whereabouts. Have seen, but she's missed 2 ships and can't reach her comm. This happened. I'll have an action on my conscience, and here's the key. Nope, let's leave that room alone. That's not the room I'm looking for. But Chicago Styland is Chicago kind of becomes big a place in the Universal Brotherhood plot. Recovery. Alright, first page. Receipt. Receipt for a gun. Entry. Paco. Street gang. Page. Diary entry. Paco reads her diary. Avoiding conversation about the Carter's gang. Poem. Poem left by Paco. Receipt. Picture. Shadow is the name of her pet snake. And receipt for zebra meat. That would be really expensive. Even for, like... So I'll save 342436. Frag grenade. Shadow. the album. Oh, the okay. Alright, save my game here because I'm going to make a guess about the album. Discovery, Shadow, Mercurial, and Chicago. Alright. Shadow. Concrete Dreams. Chicago. Crap. I don't remember the to answer this question. Okay, alright, got it. Okay. Was the backtrack to find the answer for the password question, but that's it for the second question, but that's okay. Shadow, Starfire, Chicago. Alright, password reset. Never return your password. Got Karma. Calendar. Paco for data parks and markets, due in 30 minutes. That's today. 3 days ago, when she went missing, meet Delia about gig. In favor of Paco, no comic number, any other contact information. And the identity freeze full of context. Access history. Hellhounds. More than casual interest in vintage action figures. Well, we got a number. And we're getting closer to the end of this act, so good place to wrap up for the evening, I think. Alright. Sorry. Thorium. No. Vegetarian. I don't know about Paco. Ganger with the cutters. And cab to Pike Place Market. I asked what you know about Paco. Oh. Hadn't finished, fully exhausted that tree yet. Alright, I think it's about an hour and a half, and I have to go to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna call it a night. Before I go, let's... up my quickness attribute. Because it also, sorry. Because I also don't, because it makes it harder for them to hit me as well, which is nice. Not getting hit is good. And that save my game. And we'll call this an evening. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, please. All right. Okay. Oh, the hell, just take the whole thing. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, please like and subscribe. And please consider backing with Patreon at patreon.com/count0or. That's count ZEROOR. Patreon backers get to pick future games that I would do for streams like this one on Wednesday nights. And also what I'll do once I get back, after I finish Super Robot Wars V, after I get back to Super Robot Wars V. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will catch you all later. Oh, one other thing. Backers get access to the edited archives of my Super Robot Wars V Let's Play in advance. I'm also planning on having this go live, or go public. Or some of my archives go public. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, get access to my the edited Super Robot Wars VLP up to a week in advance. You will get access to my episodes of my show up to a week in advance. This week I had a review of on my blog on the YouTube channel of I'm tired of Hide to the Combat Butler. Next week we have next installment of Legends of the Force and all sorts of other fun stuff. So anyway, catch you later. Oh, and also my pros reviews on my blog as well. Thank you very much for watching. I will catch you later.